Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we would talk about the lunar nodes, right? What are they, how do they affect us, and what do they mean in our personal birth chart? So lunar nodes are energetic vortexes that occur at the intersection of the sun's path in our sky and the moon's orbit. So you may have noticed that the moon and the sun rise at about the same place and they set at about the same place. So it appears that they're on the same loop. They're actually separated. They're not quite exact, but at two places their loops or paths cross at the south lunar node and the north lunar node, right? And these nodes contain powerful energies because we have sun and moon moving through them. They're also the places where our eclipses occur. So when both sun and moon pass through one node during a new moon, we have a solar eclipse. And then when the sun passes through one node and the moon passes through another node on a full moon, we have a lunar eclipse. So the total lunar eclipse coming up January 20th will occur because the moon will be near one node and the sun will be near another node during a full moon. Lunar eclipses always occur on the full moon and solar eclipses always occur on the new moon. Now the nodes, like planets, are positioned within astrological signs. Currently, the north node is positioned in Cancer, and the south node is positioned in Capricorn. And these mean things for society at large. We're all affected by the nodal placements. And I actually have a blog about what it means for the north node to be in Cancer. The nodes just shifted in November. They shift every 18 months. They were in Leo and Aquarius, and they always move backwards, so they'll be going to Gemini and Sagittarius next. So I'll put the link for the blog about what the North Node in Cancer and South Node in Capricorn means for all of us as a society. The link will be down below. Now the upcoming lunar eclipse is particularly interesting because the moon will be in Leo, but it will be close enough to the North Node in Cancer that it will cause a lunar eclipse, and the sun will technically be in Aquarius, but it'll be close enough to that South Node in Capricorn to cause an eclipse. They have to be within 17 degrees of the node for an eclipse to occur. So we'll have all four of these energies involved in our total lunar eclipse next week, and those energies will affect all of us. All right, and I go into detail about what all these energies mean in the Leo Lunar Eclipse Workbook. Again, I'll put the link for that below so you can read about that. Now, where the nodes get really interesting is we each have personal nodes in our birth chart. So these are the places that the North Node and South Node were positioned at the time of birth. So you can look them up. I like the site astrocharts.com because it's pretty clear. Know that your South Node is always opposite your North Node. So most birth charts will only tell you your North Node. So if your North Node is in Libra at 9 degrees, for instance, your South Node will be at Aries at 9 degrees. So it's always directly opposite. Now, within our personal birth chart, the North Node dictates where we are headed in this life and the lessons that we are here to learn and master. Right? These are the vibrations that our unique energy is here to integrate and to understand. Oftentimes, we resist these energies, but they'll keep showing up over and over again until we learn to accept and embrace them and really hold space for them into our lives, to grow into them, right? This is a path, an evolutionary path for us, is to understand our North Node energies. Our South Node, on the other hand, is what we've already mastered, what we've come into this life knowing. We may have been this sign in a past life, or we may have just had a lot of experience with these energies in former lives. So we know these things, and because they're so comfortable, they form our comfort zones. And you know, each sign, each energy in our world has a low side and a high side. And what happens often is we become addicted to the low energies of our South Node simply because they're familiar, right? They feel good to us, right? We run back to them when we feel overwhelmed by life or we need some comforting of some sort. So you really want to understand your South Node, and particularly the low side of your South Node. Most oftentimes, this is where our subconscious limiting beliefs will be stored and will kind of dictate, you know, the things we do when we want to escape from reality or escape from our own growth. You know, when we are confronted by challenges based on our evolution and our energy. And so really our path in this life is to walk from South Node to North Node and really understand the energies of our North Node while letting go of some of these energies of our South Node. Now, there's going to be energies in your South Node you're going to want to keep a hold of. They're good energies and they form your core, right? So you want to recognize them, but you always want to have awareness of which energies are holding you back or limiting your growth, and then how you can transition and shift into the higher vibrations of your North Node. Now this path becomes a lot easier on every eclipse. Because eclipses involve the lunar nodes, they give us these opportunities for change, very rapid movement. So it's very easy to detach from energies of our South Node during an eclipse, any eclipse. We can just cut the cord, right? It becomes very, very easy. You know, things and energies that have been sort of stuck on us that we can't get rid of become very easy to shed during an eclipse. And likewise, energies of our North Node become easier to integrate and to embrace and to step into during an eclipse. So as we approach this upcoming lunar eclipse, January 20th, I highly suggest you look up your nodes and you understand them. I've actually written a blog, node scopes, right? These are like horoscopes based on your nodes. So I go through each nodal pair and tell you, what you're sort of dealing with and how this eclipse can help you in your nodal path. And I'll put that link down below too. Lots of links on this video. All right, so look all through them. But, just know there's great opportunity for evolution on each eclipse. So it's something we want to become aware of. And so enjoy all this information, let it soak in, process it all. And if you like this video, give it a little thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you next week.